Hi students, this is the second lesson in polynomial. In the last class we have seen this, the relationship between 0 of a polynomial and how it cuts x-axis. That is the geometrical meaning. So we have seen this one. For example, if you take y equal to say 2x minus 3, then if you draw the graph like this. So here x equal to 3 by 2, this is the 0 of the polynomial. Therefore x equal to 3 by 2 means, suppose you take 3 by 2 here, it cuts the axis here. So, so y equal to 2x. Therefore, if you take x equal to 0, y is minus 3 actually here. So the curve will be like this. So similarly, so that means what is very important is it cuts x-axis at one point. Similarly, we have seen y equal to, for example, x square, then minus 3x plus 2. Then you know x equal to 1 is a 0, you can check. And x equal to 2 is also 0. So you can check here, x equal to 1 and x equal to 2. 1 it is 1 square, 1 plus 2, 3 and minus 3, 0. 2 it is 4 plus 2, 6 and 3 into 2 is also minus 6 here. So 6 plus 6 minus 6 plus 6 is 0. So these are the two zeros. Therefore you can see, and I have told you how to decide whether it is upward or downward, because it is positive, therefore it will be like this. So here x equal to 1, x equal to 2 means 1 here, 2 here, then the curve will be cutting like this. So for example, here when x is 0, y is 2. So when x is 0, y is 2. That means it is above. So the curve is actually like this. Like this. What is important here is, once again, when the second degree equation, when you draw the graph, it cuts maximum, because sometimes it can touch also, that I have shown you in the last class, or it sometimes it can be here also without touching. So if at all it cuts at maximum 2 points. So 2 zeros, it can cut 2 points. So x-axis. Now today we shall see the last possibility, that is when a given function is cubic equation, a cubic polynomial. How many, of course now we can extend this logic. How many points it can cut x-axis? 3 points. So let us take, for example, y equal to say x cube minus 4x. So if you take x outside, then it is x square minus 4. Therefore it is x into x minus 2 into x plus 2. So now where y will be 0? When x is 0, definitely it is 0. When x is 2 also it is 0. When x is minus 2 also it is 0. That means these are the three zeros of this polynomial. 0 means the value where this y becomes 0. So that is called 0. So there are three zeros for this polynomial. So now you can see from the graph, of course, here preparation of table value is not necessary. Of course, you can do it, but it is very lengthy. I will show you the graph directly. You can even verify with a graph sheet. So this will be the graph. So you can take 0, 1 point. Second point, you can take here minus 2. Third one here plus 2. So then the curve will be like this. It will go like this because it cuts here, and it cuts here. Now what are the possibilities actually? When it cuts the curve means either it should go like this, then it should come like this, it should go like this. It is one possibility. You may also think why it is not like this. Now to do that one, you can check like this. Suppose you take a very big value, more than 2. So this is positive, this is positive, this is positive. That means curve should be like this. Therefore the curve is actually, it is like this. It's a very beautiful curve, like the N shape, like this, then like this. Now it is very clear, degree of the polynomial is 3. It cuts x-axis at 3 points. But this is not always necessary. It can cut only 1 point also. It can cut 1 point, or but it has to cut because the curve is coming like this, then going like this, then going like this. Therefore, it cuts. Say for example, the curve is here, say like this. It cuts here when it comes this side. Similarly, you can see the other cases. So these are the different possibilities. Therefore, I can conclude like this now. A generalization can be taken like this. If y is a polynomial, say y equal to p of x, degree n, then it can cut the x-axis maximum n points. That means a given polynomial of degree n can have maximum n zeros. So this is actually called fundamental theorem of algebra, but it is not stated in the textbook. But this much you can remember, you can understand. Any polynomial of degree n can have maximum n zeros. It can be less also, but maximum n zeros, not more than n zeros. If it is degree 1, 1 0, degree 2, 2 0, degree 3, maximum 3 0, degree 4, 4 zeros, like that. So that is the idea. Now let us get today another very interesting result, that is the relationship between coefficient of x, of x, then x square, etc., and zeros of p of x. So there is a beautiful relationship between the coefficient of x, including 1, the constant, and this one. Let us take this way. Let me first explain what is the relation. Suppose you take p of x equal to, say, ax plus b. That means coefficient of x is a, constant is b. So this is a polynomial. Then it will have how many zeros? Only 1 0. Let me take that 0 as alpha. So this is the 0 of the polynomial. Then you can see alpha equal to, because it is actually sum, you can take this as s, sum of the zeros, but there is only 1 0, therefore I have to take alpha only. This is minus b by a. You can check here. Even you can take an example. Let us say p of x equal to 3x minus 2. Then of course, when you take 3x minus 2 equal to 0, x will be 2 by 3. Actually, x equal to 2 by 3 is the 0 of this polynomial. Therefore, according to this one, I can take alpha equal to 2 by 3. This is one thing. Second, you see here, what is a? A is 3. B is, because coefficient of x is a, and b is minus 2. Now take this relation, alpha equal to, s equal to alpha, and that is equal to minus b by a. Substitute minus, what is b? Minus 2 divided by 3. So minus of minus becomes, so 2 by 3. So you can see here, this is also 2 by 3, this is also 2 by 3. This is a very simple case, that is a linear polynomial. Let us take a quadratic polynomial and verify. Let us say, let me take, say, y equal to say 2x square minus 5x plus 3. So here now, it is a quadratic polynomial, degree 2, therefore it should have maximum 2 zeros. Therefore now, here what is given is a equal to coefficient of x square is a, and p equal to minus 2, of course c equal to 3. Now first let us find zeros. Zeros are, you can check here, it is 1 is 2. Even you can use factorization method, 2x square minus 5x plus 3. Let us say this equal to 0, because we want to calculate the number of zeros. 3 into 2, 6, and 6 should be divided, so that it should be minus 5. So minus 6 plus 1, So it is 2x square minus 6x plus x plus 3 equal to 0. So 2x common, x minus 3. So 2, sorry, this is wrong, minus 2 minus 3 we can take, because 2 into 3 is 6 and here it should be minus 5. So minus 2 minus 3. Therefore you can take 2x square minus 2x minus 3x plus 3 equal to 0. 2x common here, x minus 1 minus 3 common, x minus 1 equal to 0. Therefore 2x minus 3 into x minus 1 equal to 0. Therefore 0 will be 1 is 3 by 2, another one is 1. So what we can take now is, see, A, B, C I have written already. Alpha you can take 3 by 2 and beta you can take 1. First 0 take as alpha, second 0 take as beta. Now first let us find sum. Sum is now alpha plus beta. First let us use this one. So 3 by 2 plus 1, which is 2 LCM, then 3 plus 2, this is 5 by 2. Sum of the zeros is 5 by 2. Now you also see what is minus b by a. So minus b by a here is, sorry, this is minus 5. See, minus here, minus b is minus 5 divided by 2. So minus of minus becomes plus 5 by 2. Therefore, the relation is, therefore, sum of the zeros, yes, this is denoted by s, will be equal to always minus b by a. This you can remember as a result. So in any polynomial, quadratic polynomial, sum of the zeros will be equal to minus, then ratio of coefficient of b means actually it is x, coefficient of x divided by coefficient of x square. Or you can remember this way, s equal to alpha plus beta equal to here minus, then coefficient of x divided by coefficient of x square. So this is one important result. Now there is one more very interesting result. We can also find what is the product. So let me take that also, then we shall take a few more examples to verify this one. Say what is product? Let me take P, this equal to alpha beta. So in this case we have seen alpha is 3 by 2 and beta is 1. So this is 3 by 2. Now you see here, if you take C by A, this is 3 divided by 2. So these two are equal. Therefore another relation is product of the 0 will be equal to C by A, where C is the coefficient of, actually constant, this is constant. Constant means coefficient of x power 0 actually, divided by A, that is coefficient of x square. So this is another relation. So I can sum up like this now, and even we can prove this one. See, you take any polynomial y equal to ax square plus bx plus c, quadratic polynomial. Suppose alpha and beta are zeros, then if these two are zeros, then the relation is this: sum, you can remember it as s, equal to alpha plus beta, and product you can remember as p, this is alpha beta. This will be equal to minus b divided by a, and this will be c divided by a. So this is the relationship. So sum is equal to minus b by a, product equal to c by a. We can prove this one actually. Before proving, let me give one more example. Let us take, for example, x equal to x square, then plus 7x plus say 12. You can see here uh, x equal to minus 4, because I have constructed it, x equal to minus 4 and minus 3 are zeros. We can check minus 4 square plus 7 into minus 4 plus 12. So you can check, this is 16 plus 12, these two are positive, minus 28. So this is 28 minus 28, this is 0. Therefore x equal to minus 4 is a 0. Similarly, you take minus 3 square plus 7 into minus 3 plus 12. This is 9 minus 21 plus 12. 9 plus 12 is 21 minus 21, once again 0. Therefore, what is given here is, so here of course you have to take alpha as minus 4, beta as minus 3. You can take any one. So 0 is alpha minus 4, another 0 is minus 3. Now according to this relation you can check whether it is correct or not. Alpha plus beta will be equal to minus 7. Now what is minus b by a? Also minus b by a will be equal to minus, what is b here? You can check. A is 1, b is 7, c is 12. Therefore you can check now. B substitute, b is 7 divided by 1, so minus 7, and here also minus 7. So alpha plus beta equal to minus b by a. Similarly, alpha beta will be equal to alpha is minus 4 into beta is minus 3. This is 12. Now we can check what is c by a. C is, you can see here, 12 divided by 1. This is also 12. So these two are equal. Therefore, you can remember this as a result. For any quadratic polynomial y equal to ax square plus bx plus c, if alpha and beta are zeros, then alpha plus beta equal to minus b by a, alpha beta equal to c by a. Now we can prove this one. So so let us take y equal to ax square plus bx plus c, a quadratic polynomial. Of course, whenever you say y equal to ax square plus bx plus c, a quadratic polynomial, condition is that this a should not be 0. If this is 0, what happens? This will be 0, so it becomes linear. Therefore, condition is a not equal to 0. Now, this is given. Now, you know that any quadratic polynomial can be factorized. Of course, sometimes it is not possible. That is a different thing. Let us assume that it is factorizable. Then let us say alpha and beta are the zeros of this polynomial. See, if alpha is a 0, x minus alpha must be factor of this polynomial, x minus alpha. Similarly, if beta is a 0, x minus beta also must be factor of this one. Therefore, what should happen is y should be written as x minus alpha into x minus beta. But remember, we are writing the same thing like this. Therefore, what should happen is, since x square has a coefficient a, if you multiply this to get x square, whereas here it is having a. Therefore, what we have to do is, we have to assume that this is k times. Say for example, if you are having y equal to, say, x square minus 3x plus 2, when you factorize, this is x minus 1 into x minus say 2. You can check x into x square minus 3x plus 2. Here alpha k is 1. But sometimes what happens is, it can be, say for example, 2x minus 1 y equal to, say, and 2x plus 3, suppose. When you simplify this one, it will be 4x square. This is 4x square. Then minus 2x plus 6x. That is 4x. Then minus 3. So in this case, what happens is, this I have to take 4 outside actually. Then only it will be x square plus x minus 3 by 4. This I have to factorize. So in that case, you get k. So that is the idea. So now these two are one and the same. These two polynomials are one and the same. Therefore, what I do is, I will remove this k. First, I will multiply these two. X square minus of alpha plus bx plus alpha b. So this is, now k I can take inside, kx square minus k into alpha plus beta plus k into alpha beta. Therefore, now it is very clear. Same y is written ax square plus bx plus c, which is given. After factorization, taking the 0, we get this one. These two must be one and the same. Therefore, what should happen is, see here, a by k must be equal to, because it should be proportional, a by k must be equal to this one, b divided by minus k into alpha plus beta, and this should be equal to c by k. Now I can cancel k here. So therefore a must be equal to b by minus alpha plus beta, of course bracket is there, equal to c, cancelling k. Therefore what happens is, if you take this relation now, the first two, so a will be equal to b divided by minus of alpha plus beta. Therefore, minus of alpha plus beta, if you take this side, will be equal to b by a, or alpha plus beta equal to minus b by a. So this is the relation. Actually, mathematically, we have proved it. Earlier, we have taken example. Same thing here. Alpha beta. Alpha beta, if you want to take, sorry, here I made a mistake. Here it should be alpha beta. Alpha beta, k into alpha beta. This is k. So c by k into alpha beta. Therefore, now if you take this relation, see, please note here k into alpha beta is there. So here c. So here it will be alpha beta. Therefore, you see, alpha beta will be equal to, you can cross multiply once again, c by a. So this is the second relation. So it is very easy to remember. Therefore, sum alpha plus beta equal to minus c is there. Then b by a. B, coefficient of x divided by coefficient of x square, b by a. Product of the root equal to c, constant divided by this a. So these are the two relations which we can remember. So this is the connection between the zero and polynomial. Now let us take a few examples and verify, say, do this one. Say y equal to, let us say, 3x square minus 5x plus 1, let us say. Then a here is 3, b here is minus 5, c here is 1. Now suppose alpha and beta are zeros of this polynomial. You need not even calculate it. Then what should happen is, alpha plus beta, let us call it as sum, will be equal to minus b by a, and product alpha beta will be equal to c by a. So this will be equal to, so here minus, then minus 5 divided by 3. So this becomes 5 by 3. And here this will be c, 1 by a, 3. So sum is 5 by 3, sum of the zeros, and product of the 0 is 1 by 3. So this is the idea. So let me sum up now. What I have done is, we have taken the polynomial p of x, any polynomial, even you can take it as y equal to p of x. Suppose the degree of the polynomial is n, you have to remember this much. It can cut x-axis at maximum n number of points, n places. That is one thing. That means this polynomial can have n zeros maximum. This is one thing. And in case of quadratic polynomial, if you take y equal to ax square plus bx plus c, suppose it has two zeros alpha and beta, two real zeros, that means it cuts x-axis at alpha and beta. Then the condition is sum of the zero will be equal to minus b by a, and product of the zero will be equal to c by a. So this is the conclusion. So with this, let me conclude today. Let us take examples later, and a few more concepts are there. For example, how to divide a given polynomial by another polynomial, etc. So we shall proceed further in the next class. Please watch all the lessons in the same sequence so that you will be able to understand the concept clearly. I am very happy that many of you are watching the lesson regularly. So this is the second lesson. I will be uploading, as I told you, all the lessons from all the chapters. So please watch them regularly and share this with your friends if you have already subscribed. And if you are not yet subscribed, please subscribe first and share it with your friends. Let us meet in the next class with some more concepts. Till then, bye, take care.